all the awesomeness of anime delivered directly to your gaming system. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 video games based on anime and manga. For this list, we'll be taking a look at video games inspired by either the characters or the narrative of both anime and manga series. Both handheld and consoles are accepted, though we won't be including titles that were based on a property that was originally a video game and then turned into an anime, such as Fate Extra. Number 10, Sword Art Online, Hollow Fragment. Since the anime itself is about characters trapped inside an MMORPG, it only makes sense that the Sword Art Online series would get its own video game. As the sequel to Sword Art Online Infinity Moment, this PS Vita title continues the alternate storyline set out by its predecessor as players take control of protagonist Kirito. Focusing heavily on the dungeon crawler element that most online games are known for, fans are given the chance to recruit dozens of characters for their campaign while also indulging in some good old fan service along the way. Number 9, Yu-Gi-Oh! Worldwide Edition, Stairway to the Destined Duel. While the King of Duel Monsters has had many titles launched on multiple platforms, we found that the series of similar yet fun Game Boy games really stood out among the pack. Fans of the show and the card game got the chance to play as themselves, build their deck, and compete in tournament-style competitions. There was no shortage of difficult opponents, branching storylines, and bragging rights for those who actually got to dethrone Yugi and Kaiba. While the Nintendo DS inevitably took over the series, the original high definitely came from the classic handheld. Number 8, Digimon Rumble Arena. The digital monsters may not have had the empire that their pocket monster counterparts inhabited, but they did give us an exceptionally fun fighting game. Taking Digimon from over 3 seasons of the show, players could deliver real-time damage in an endless brawl with their favorite character. The ability to digivolve mid-fight also made for an interesting mechanic. Nothing is more hilarious than seeing the digital world's version of the Grim Reaper tear apart an opponent's digital bunny. The graphics may not have aged well, but the nostalgia factor alone makes it a worthy contender. Oh, and the less said about those minigames, the better. Number 7, One Piece, Unlimited World Red. You can't talk about anime-inspired video games without mentioning One Piece. Monkey D. Luffy and his crew don't just have an extreme amount of episodes, movies, and manga chapters. They have over 30 games under their belt. In this multi-platform title, the Straw Hats must battle an enemy with the ability to create copies of all their foes and abilities. While it may be an excuse to bring together One Piece's extensive character roster, the graphics and non-stop brawling make for an exciting time all the same, not to mention setting the stage for fights never seen in the anime before. Number 6, Mobile Suit Gundam, Zeonic Front. There are no shortage of narratives in the Mobile Suit Gundam franchise, but most fans can agree that one of the greatest was the one-year war between the spacefaring Principality of Zeon and the planet-based Earth Federation.
I then proposed to form a special task force consisting of mobile suits, codenamed Midnight Fenrir Unit.
The forces of Zeon were the antagonists throughout the series' run, which is what gave this game such a unique premise. Playing solely as Zeon commandos, players got to witness, like in most wars, that there are good people and noble intentions on both sides.
We are the superior race of Zeon!
With a mixture of stealth and strategy, as well as giant robots, this is a game worthy of the Gundam name. Number 5, Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. Naruto's final outing definitely didn't hold back. As the last entry in the Ultimate Ninja Storm franchise, the game covers the conclusion to the Great Ninja War, as well as Naruto's tale.
I want you to have my Sharingan.
As a result, the narrative goes balls to the wall crazy. Amazing graphics, devastating ninjutsu, and over 100 fully playable characters, plus quite a few giant demons thrown into the mix just for the hell of it. Fans of the series have the finale they've been waiting for, while casual fighting game fans will be surprised at just how accessible and fluid the mechanics of this gorgeous-looking shinobi showdown are. Number 4, Astro Boy, Omega Factor. One of the original poster boys for animated heroes finally got his due with the release of this acclaimed title for the Game Boy Advance. Pushing the visuals and gameplay elements beyond the boundaries of most, Omega Factor is just as much of a spectacle to watch as it is to play. Taking inspiration from Adam's adventures from the series reboot, no area was off limits as the skies and enemy bases were there to push through. An abundance of enemies gave the game a sense of challenge, but due to all the care that the creators put in bringing the character to life, it never felt tedious at all. Number 3, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Much like its recent spectacular return to the animated world, JoJo and the gang were given a sharp makeover in the 2013 release, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle. While that's certainly a solid title, our vote had to go to the classic fighting game given to us by Capcom at the turn of the century. Following the storyline of Stardust Crusaders, players finally got to play as the Joestar family as well as the wicked Dio Brando and beat the ever-loving crap out of each other. With all the stands, auras, and bizarreness you could ever want, there is no excuse for a fan of the series to not have played this. Number 2, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. The Budokai series is often considered to be the go-to when it comes to Dragon Ball fighting games. Out of all the various entries, our pick had to go to the final installment of the franchise. While the previous games had covered the Saiyan, Frieza, Cell, and Buu sagas, Budokai 3 gave us an extended look at the rest of the franchise, including GT. Sharper graphics ensured that every character's ultimate attack looked just as devastating as it sounded. It also gave us the ability to perform the legendary fusion dance, Bonus.
I am the one who will destroy you!
Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Decide the destiny.
Number 1, Jump Ultimate Stars. There's no denying it. When our favorite anime and manga characters cross over in any kind of way, it's gonna be pretty hype. Nowhere was this better exemplified than in the 2D side-scroller beat-em-up for the Nintendo DS, although the recent J-Stars Victory Versus was a close contender. The game has over 300 characters making appearances as either combatants or support characters, all from manga published by Shonen Jump magazine. With characters from hit series like Bleach, One Piece, Gintama, Death Note, Dragon Ball, Hunter x Hunter, Naruto, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and a whole plethora of others, this is a dream game for fans of any of Jump's greatest hits. Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite video game based on an anime or manga? For more top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.